Hey guys, we're going to be reviewing the LPZZ Batman Arkham Knight. Let's get into it. So first I want to take a look at the package. So as you can see, it says Batman Arkham Knight, and it's the version 8.4 Batman from the game. See here, all sides. And the bag has a nice picture of Gotham City with Batman gliding. Now, it actually is a window box, so you can open this up, and you can see the figure inside. So I kind of loosely put him back inside of his packaging, and you can see that he comes with a lot of accessories. There we go. You can see the figure. And it comes with 2 trays. In the second tray, I loosely put the stand back inside, and it also has a secondary bag of accessories right here, which I'll show you what they are in a minute. Okay, so looking at accessories, first we have a large array of hands. They're all different kinds, and we have some open hands here. Here are the open hands. Here it looks like we have some kind of gripping hands. Just drop something. We have different types of batarang hands, more gripping hands, and we have some open hands. As for the other accessories here, we have 2 batarangs, which are pretty detailed for 1/12 scale. It's a 1/12 scale figure. Clean it up a little. We have some explosive gel. If you've played the games, you know Batman uses these on walls, on weak walls, and he blows them up. And they did it well here as well. Here's his grapnel gun, or grapnel launcher. You can see it's quite detailed to the game. And here we have 2 different line launchers. One of them is for the right hand, and the other one is for the left hand. You can see it's quite accurate to the game. Here's the other one. So they're both for different hands. Here we have the remote electrical charge. Don't mistake this for a gun, because Batman obviously doesn't use guns, but he used it to shoot electrical charges at his enemies. Here you have a voice synthesizer. He uses this to copy certain enemies' voices, such as Harley Quinn, and uses it to get through areas which are locked by voice access. It also comes with 2 of these little tools that basically just look like little pencil leads, and I'll show you what they do in a bit. Here you have a Batman cowl, an empty one, that if you have the Bruce Wayne head on him, you can use it. You can make some cool poses with it. Yeah, here's it close up. It has a lot of detail. This is probably the best Arkham Knight figure there is, or Batman. And another accessory that I missed is this little bag. Inside of the bag, you'll see there's some different colors of batarangs. There's a red one and a blue one. I'm pretty sure the red one is for when you're doing the remote control batarang, and then you slow it down, it becomes red. The blue is how it usually looks, and the green is when it's sped up. Here is the Bruce Wayne head. Let's see if the camera can focus. You can see it looks almost identical to the game. His hair is very nice. You can see his texture for the bat cowl, or his suit. You can see his face. His eyes are also very glossy and kind of like sparkling. Yeah, it's one of the best head sculpts I've ever seen for any of my figures, really. And finally, we have the stand that says Batman Arkham Knight on it, because it's officially licensed figure. You stick this thing in, and it's a very strong stand. At the start of the video, I posed him up, and he doesn't fall, unlike some other stands, some other Batman that I'm probably going to compare him with later. You can see you can remove this little Arkham Knight part if you want. There we go. If you don't like it, but if you do, you can just pop it back on. It's an easy push. There we go. It's a very nice stand. It also comes with these little cards or little paper. This one is a Deathstroke teaser for the next figure by LPZZ coming soon. Hopefully I can get this one as well. Has the information about Deathstroke or Slade Wilson. Gotham proper, impaired vision in right eye. You can give that a read if you want. And for the second paper, we have a little instruction manual for the figure. This is the tool that I told you about and how you can use it to change the eyes and stuff, and the mouth, which I'll show you in a bit. Arkham Knight. And now finally for the Batman himself. This is probably one of the best Batman figures I actually have in my collection. So looking at this figure, he's extremely detailed, and you can see his eyes if you look closely, which you can interchange and but you can pose them in different ways. Here's boots. Everything is exactly like the game. As for articulation, you can see his leg goes all the way up. He has toe joints. The leg goes out like that. You can go back in. You can see his foot has a nice turn to it. It's kind of restricted by these two things. And yeah, you can move it quite a bit. Same for the other foot. You can remove these utility belts and you can put them a bit higher if you want to put them in dynamic poses like this. Like that or something. The utility belt being like that kind of helps. These things are very highly articulate. There's a whole joint thing in there, so you can slide them. You can do this to them. It helps for a lot of arm articulation. It can go up quite high. I think it's good for Arkham Knight Batman. It did this armor a lot better compared to the other Arkham Knight Batman, which I'll compare later. Where these kind of snapped off for him, for some people, not for me luckily. But this one's great. There's no problems like that. These are fully articulate. His chest piece can move a little bit. There we go. If you want some extra articulation. These can go down all the way like this, which is quite a good amount. Probably the best we're ever going to get in a Batman Arkham Knight figure. It goes up about that much. His head can go all the way around. Can look up. His neck moves as well. Down. This is a down skin look. Can do almost any pose you can imagine with this guy. Yeah. Here for his arms. There's a double jointed obviously, so it can go pretty high up. His hands are obviously interchangeable. You can put them back in if you want to have a certain pose. Yeah. I can show you the head features for a sec. So here is his head in more detail. You can see all the details on his face. It looks identical to the game. And you can remove his faceplate. And here you have this piece, which you can use to this piece to articulate his eyes and maneuver them in any way you want. Have them look anywhere. Hold on 1 second. So he can look like this. Here you can have him looking exactly right at you. These eyes are very detailed. You can probably also give him some white eyes if that's what you prefer, by using this, putting them in the hole and making them face somewhere where you can't really see the pupils. And now, in order to change the mouth plate, the last thing that comes in that little bag of accessories is an alternate mouth plate. In the different Batman, the Revoltech Batman Arkham Knight figure, if you've heard of it, it's a bonus, a pre-order bonus to have the angry face expression, but here they just have it included, which is really nice. Don't include anything that's locked behind the pre-order bonus. I'll show you how to put it on. In order to put it on, you have to stick this tool that I showed you earlier into this hole over here, and then it kind of pops out. And now you can just stick this right in here. And then you get the eyes that I was working on before. Put it back in. And boom, you have a angry Batman head. Maybe he's looking at Joker for what he did to Jason. Here's how he looks with the Bruce Wayne head on him. I think it really looks nice. It suits him for the parts in the game where he takes off his mask. Like when he's revealing his identity to Hush. Or at the end of the game where he just takes it off because he wants to. Oh yeah, you also have this freeze grenade, or a glue grenade or whatever. I think it's a freeze grenade that comes here. Now I'm gonna compare him to other figures. So first, here is this Arkham Knight Batman by McFarlane Toys, and as you can see, this one's about like 7 inches maybe. This is probably about 6.5 inches. It's quite similar in height. Even though this is a 1/12 figure, this is McFarlane scale. Yeah, it comes with gold battering and also the electricity thing, I'm pretty sure. You can see the detail on the suit, and you can tell which one they put a lot more work into. This one is pretty much all plain, like gray. This one though, it's not really even a comparison. Everything is molded in. You can look at the head. Here's the Batman head comparison. They're pretty similar. I like McFarlane's head sculpt a bit, but this one's probably a bit better. It's a lot more detailed on the face. The camera isn't doing it much justice, but yeah. And especially the cape on these two. This is McFarlane's old, like, they don't do this much anymore, but they're molded capes. This one has a full wingspan. It's hard to even get onto the frame, but it's a full wingspan straight from the game. You can see it looks really nice. Straighten it out a bit. At the wingspan, it's kind of hard to keep it up in a flying pose like he's gliding in the game. It's really nice. This one can't really do anything with it. It's nice to have on the shelf though to display with my other Arkham figures. Okay, now this one is an actual competitor over here. We have the Revoltech Arkham Knight Batman. You can see here, this one is unbelievably better. It's an amazing upgrade. This one has good articulation, but Revoltech and Amazing Yamaguchi, which is the one this is from, kind of have their own anime-like style. So he looks like the game, but it's a little bit different. You can see the balls in his arms. And like I said, these do not articulate at all. I'm lucky I haven't broken mine yet, like other people have. You kind of see the and his eyes. I have them set as white because his normal eyes are really, like, not really, but like they're pretty ugly compared to his normal eyes. You can see the comparison in their face sculpts. Which one is obviously better? This one looks straight ripped out of the game. Even it kind of reminds me of McFarlane. How there's no texture. There is texture, but this one is a lot more. It just looks a lot more nice. It looks ripped out of the game. This one, I mean, it's alright. Like, this arm comes off quite often for me. His proportions are kind of strange. His thighs are like humongous, and his legs are kind of short. So he kind of stands strange. He's a bit shorter. This one has a nice size to him. You can get like a lot of poses with a lot of aura. This guy. This guy's nice too. You can get off like a bunch of nice poses. I have him displayed in my display while he's gliding. I like how this one, his cape is a bit like a different material. You can see this one feels a lot nicer and has different layers to it, just like the game. This one is this big straight pleather material. I usually have him in the gliding position like this, and his stand is a lot weaker, and there's not really much nice about it. I hope that LPZZ, this company's figure, continues to make figures with nice stands and everything. I think they displayed some of their other Arkham figures to plan to do at an event, which is pretty nice. I hope to pick them up soon, just like the Deathstroke I mentioned earlier. This one's color is more blue-like. This one's more gray. I prefer this. This one's got just like a blue suit that's covered with a couple of armor patches or whatever. This one actually looks nice, like the game. Yeah, this one looks more toy-y in my opinion. Now I think I'll try and compare him to some other figures from the Arkham games. This is a Killer Croc by McFarlane. Oh whoa, he's a big guy. He barely even fits in the frame. Yeah, he scales like Killer Croc is meant to be a lot bigger than Batman, so he kind of scales well with this guy. You could pose him up quite well. Maybe I can zoom out a bit. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, he's a big one. You can probably pose him up well, like fighting him or something. Maybe I can have some poses at the end I can edit into the video. Yeah, he scales well with this guy. I have other figures from the Arkham games. Here are the other Arkham figures that I'd like to display him with, maybe. There's some Arkham City ones. I kind of showed my collection in previous videos. Red Hood, Riddler. And here I have this one, which is really hard to display, honestly. No, I haven't really displayed this guy because his scale is very, he's kind of a 1/12 scale. I don't really have space for many of those, figures. But yeah, I think this brings, our review to an end. I think he's worth picking up. He's a very nice figure. He has articulation basically anywhere you could want. He's probably my favorite figure in my collection because the Arkham games are probably some of my favorite games ever, and this is my best Batman figure, so it honestly is. Yeah, you can size him with this Arkham Scarecrow, which is a bit taller. It's from McFarlane. Yeah, I think it's worth picking up. He's a great figure. He retails for about $100, maybe a bit more, depending for where you got it from. I got him for like a sale on AliExpress, so it took kind of a while to come, but yeah, I think it's a great figure. I think I'm gonna pose him up a bit now. Let's see how he looks